Orhan grew up never knowing the truth about his family. His first memories weren't of love, hugs, or laughter. Instead, he remembered cold stares and sharp words. Magic had brought him to the door of Aunt Zari, his mother's jealous sister. Aunt Zari lived with her husband, Uncle Kabil, in a crooked little cottage at the edge of the village of Al Farda. But they didn't treat Orhan like family. They treated him like a servant. Aunt Zari's children, Akira and Haya, had everything. They had toys that sparkled, colorful clothes, and trays of sweets they could munch on whenever they liked. Orhan, on the other hand, had torn clothes that were too small for him and plain dry bread to eat. At night, Akira and Haya snuggled up in soft, warm beds. Orhan slept in the cold, dusty attic, wrapped in a thin blanket. He could only look out of a cracked window at the stars, wishing for a better life. Even though his life was hard, Orhan stayed kind and gentle. One winter morning, when he found a little kitten shivering near the cottage, he gave it his only piece of bread. He whispered, "You need this more than I do." When Aunt Zari wasn't looking, he would sneak crumbs to the birds that fluttered near the door. People in the village didn't understand Orhan, and some even teased him. They called him Starling because they often found him gazing up at the sky as if searching for something only he could see. Orhan didn't mind. He liked the stars. They felt like friends, whispering their secrets to him in the quiet of the night. In his heart, Orhan dreamed of a life beyond the crooked cottage, and the cold stares a life full of warmth, laughter, and adventures. Every night, as he lay on his thin mattress, Orhan dreamed about far-off places he'd read about in old books. He imagined cities where people laughed and shared, places where the sky sparkled with magic, and forests with hidden secrets waiting to be discovered. These dreams gave him hope, even on the darkest nights. But one winter evening, everything changed. Orhan was outside, sweeping the snow from the doorstep, when he noticed something strange. A tiny, glowing creature zipped past him like a shooting star. It was so small and bright, with wings that shimmered in the moonlight. Orhan's heart skipped a beat. "What was that?" he whispered, rushing after it. The glowing creature flew up into a tall tree and perched on a branch, chirping like a tiny bird. But Orhan could see it wasn't any bird he had ever seen before. It was made of light, like a star that had come down to earth. He reached out his hand, and to his surprise, the creature hopped onto his palm, warm and soft. "You're not from here, are you?" Orhan asked, staring at the glowing creature. The creature blinked its tiny eyes, and then, in a voice as soft as a breeze, it whispered, "No. I'm a starling, and you, Orhan, are meant to find your true family." Orhan's heart raced. A starling. Was that what the villagers had meant when they called him that? And what did it mean to find his true family? The creature fluttered its wings and flew off, leaving Orhan standing there, more confused than ever, but also filled with a strange excitement. What if the stars were trying to tell him something important? What if they were showing him the way? That night, Orhan couldn't sleep. The words "find your true family" echoed in his mind. Could there be more to his life than Aunt Zari's cold cottage and the lonely attic he slept in? What if there was someone waiting for him out there, beyond the village? The next morning, Orhan decided to follow the strange feeling in his heart. He would go on an adventure, even if it meant leaving everything behind. With the first light of dawn, he packed a small bundle of bread and set off into the forest that lay just beyond the village. As he walked through the trees, the wind began to stir, and he thought he saw something shining in the distance. It was a small, glowing trail that seemed to move just ahead of him, as if the stars themselves were guiding his path. Orhan followed the trail through the forest, past babbling brooks, and over moss-covered rock. Along the way, he discovered strange and wonderful things, flowers that glowed in the dark, a family of talking rabbits who offered him their finest carrots, and a waterfall that sang songs he had never heard before. But the most magical thing of all happened when Orhan finally reached the edge of the forest. There, in a small clearing, stood a beautiful tree with golden leaves. At its roots was a small door, like a secret passage waiting to be discovered. With a deep breath, Orhan opened the door and stepped inside. He had no idea where it would lead, but one thing was certain: his life was about to change forever. And as the door closed behind him, the stars above twinkled brightly, as if cheering him on. Orhan's adventure had only just begun. And with each step, he would come closer to uncovering the secrets of his past and the magical future that awaited him. The story continues in the next part. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for updates. Thanks for watching.